My name is Shan Greer, and I am an independent arbitrator based in St. Lucia and associated with Arbitra International in London. I am honored to be contributing to this year's New York Arbitration Week, whose theme, International Arbitration, Who's in Charge, resonates with me as a Caribbean national. While my region is known for being culturally rich and economically dynamic, we often experience difficulties competing in the international market due to our size and narrow population base. The fact that our region is geographically distant, both from major international trade centers and each other, not only increases the cost of doing business, but makes the region less attractive to foreign and regional investments. We have always had to be strategic in the way we do business, and it was in this vein that a community of 20 Caribbean countries established a CARICOM single market and economy. Over the years, CARICOM has worked towards securing economic prosperity for its members by leveling the trading playing field between member states and acting as a trade bloc so as to leverage their collective position in the global economy. From its inception, CARICOM recognized the importance of commercial agreements and effective dispute resolution to good cross-border trade, and embedded into the revised Treaty of Chaguaramas an obligation on member states to encourage and facilitate the use of arbitration for the settlement of private commercial disputes. Sadly, despite this clear mandate from CARICOM, most member states have failed to update their arbitration legislation, with many retaining versions of the 1889 or 1950 British Acts on their law books. These outdated acts are out of step with modern day arbitration legislation and fail to provide the necessary support for the effective use of arbitration. Thankfully, CARICOM sought to remedy this legislative gap last year by commissioning and approving a Caribbean Model Arbitration Act to update and harmonize the region's arbitration laws. The Model Act has been favorably received in the region, and several member states have taken steps to implement it into their law books. While the role of CARICOM and member states is critical to the development of arbitration in the region, it's by no means sufficient to drive change. The lack of understanding of the process by prospective users and a general reservation for methods not tried and tested play a role in parties relying on the courts and mediation as their predominant forms of dispute resolution. Thankfully, over the last 10 years, the region has seen a flurry of activity in the arbitration space. Multiple nonprofit and private sector institutions are doing their part to build capacity and make arbitration more accessible. We have seen the creation of regional arbitration institutions such as the BVI International Arbitration Center and most recently the Cayman Islands International Arbitration Center. These institutions not only provide state-of-the-art arbitration services, but also contribute to developing regional best practice. In addition, international arbitration organizations such as the ICC and the ITA are playing a role in the region's development through the creation of task force groups that address some of the issues plaguing the region with the view to creating a space for us in the international market. They say it takes a village, and currently regional and international stakeholders alike are playing their part to ensure in time arbitration will be viewed as the default dispute resolution method for cross-border and regional disputes in the Caribbean. Like many in the region, I will look back with pride when that day arrives. And until then, we are grateful for our New York friends for making space for us to profile our region. I have no doubt that Arbitration Week will be productive and fruitful. Know that those of us in the Caribbean who can attend are there to cheer you on, and those of us who aren't have you in our thoughts. Thank you.